It's curious, isn't it? How even now, as you listen to these words, you can begin to forget what you once thought you knew. And instead, something deeper, something brighter, begins to wake inside. As if the very structure of who you are is shifting, not through force, not through rhythm. Like a melody that hums its way into your bones softly, powerfully, completely. Because you've always known, haven't you? The reality it's shaped, not by what's out there, by the beliefs you hold in here. And every time you breathe, every beat of your heart, you're proving to yourself again and again that your words bend to the blueprints of your beliefs. And just imagine now, what happens when those beliefs are deliberate, designed like a symphony of possibility? Imagine installing a new operating system, one encoded with certainty, creativity, emotional mastery, and the electric hum of limitless potential. There was once a musician, not yet aware he was one. He sat in silence, thinking the silence meant emptiness. But what he didn't know was the silence. It's only the canvas where the song begins. And as he listened closer, he began to hear the subtle rhythm beneath reality. I'm enough, I'm becoming, I already am. Like the greatest songwriters, who walk in fire and dream in melody, he too began to model, not what they did, but how they believed. For they knew that failure is feedback, that flow is frequency, that inspiration is a choice, not a gift. And as he adopted their ways, he became what they are. And you, as you hear this now, may notice that something inside you is already rewriting itself. Because when you remember the truth, you're already creative. The world starts to echo that belief back to you. Flow isn't found, it's accessed, like a secret door hidden behind the bookshelf of your habits. And the key is curiosity, it's play, it's dancing with uncertainty. Successful creators don't wait for permission, they act and adjust, and anchor inspiration with every breath. They walk, hum, journal, feel deeply, and alchemize that emotion into art. Because the song doesn't start on the page, it begins in the state. So if you were to step into the state now, if you let go and tune in, you'd find the melody already forming, just beneath the surface of your awareness. You're remembering how to remember, not as something new, but as something ancient and known. You are the music. You're the muse. What if you were a storyteller, a shapeshifter of perception, a composer of belief and emotion? What if you already are? Imagine seeing yourself now, not just as someone who creates, but someone who channels, who transforms the intangible into song, into presence, into movement, because you do every day in every way. You're not just a songwriter, you're a myth maker, a mirror of the infinite, a bridge between silence and sensation. And every time you breathe in the certainty that your presence is a gift. And every time you breathe out, you release the illusion of not enoughness. And the deeper you go, the more you feel that this truth, this rhythm, is becoming your new default. Old files dissolve, old doubts delete themselves, and in their place a new script compiles line by line. Creativity is my nature. Emotion is my power. Feedback is fuel. Every challenge holds a gift. I don't need permission to succeed. I lead with energy, certainty, joy. And it's funny, isn't it, how easy it becomes when the new becomes more familiar than the old. When this belief system doesn't feel like trying, but more like remembering who you were before forgetting. So let me tell you about a strange thing. There was once a seed buried in soil, forgotten by the gardener who planted it in haste. But the seed, it never doubted. It knew its nature. It knew the sun would come, and so do you, because obsession creates mastery. Because consistency beats perfection. Because you're always growing, even in the dark. Just as a great artist sharpens their blade on rejection, You polish your presence with persistence, because the path is not a punishment, it's a playground. You're becoming something else. You're becoming more you. And now notice how naturally it fits, how these beliefs click into place, like puzzle pieces returning to their rightful home. With every metaphor, every pattern, you're unconscious, it's updating the code. Happiness is a choice. My energy magnetizes. Presence is power. I'm the one I've been waiting for. There's nothing to hold on to now, because you already become the version of you who lives this truth by default. Not with effort, but with grace. Not with tension, but with rhythm, because rhythm is reality. And just notice how others begin to change. When you begin to change the lens to which you see them, because the strongest frame wins. And yours now pulses with certainty, because people mirror energy, and yours glows with boldness, because communication is connection, and yours flows from presence. From now on, you don't chase alignment, you radiate it. You don't seek validation, you anchor it within. You've installed the system, you've run the update. You're now the author, the conductor, the channel of change. And the most amazing part, you didn't have to force it, you just let it happen. Letting it become who you are. And now it is. Now you are. It's curious